And I'm Lisa.
And we are
Two Dead Girls. Yes. Well, this week what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a tag. We created a Walking Dead tag, and it's 15 questions, and we're going to answer the questions, and then we're going to tag a few people. So we hope that you guys participate in this.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Lisa came up with some really great questions, and I don't know, you want to just get started?
Let's get started.
Yeah.
All right, so we will list all of these questions in the description box below. If you do this video, please just leave us a comment below. Let us know you're going to do it and you're going to do the tag so that we can come over to your channel and check it out. That would be awesome. So let's start with number one. The first question is, if you had to pick 3 people from the entire cast ever to be with you in a zombie apocalypse, who would you choose and why?
Okay. My first choice, the obvious choice, is Daryl Dixon. Daryl Dixon, for the simple reason that you're on the run, you're on the road. I think he's got his shit together as a survivalist, and, I would, trust that he would steer me away from the bush with the poison berries. Like, don't eat those. He just strikes me as somebody that,
Right.
that is a survivor.
Okay.
Okay. Michonne, for the simple reason that she's like, I feel like the best defense because she's quiet like a ninja, and she can, and she's pretty cool. And now Rick. Not Rick from last season or a couple of seasons ago, the Rick that we have now. Because I really feel like he's just really in the moment, whereas he was making decisions in season 2 when they got to the farm. But even when he was reunited back with his wife and Carl, he's making really crappy decisions to go on runs and to do all of these things. And it's like, no, he really is all about the now right now, and that's what I think anybody needs, in order to survive. Yep. So, who are your 3?
My 3 are Daryl, of course, because you need a little muscle in the group, and he knows how to track, and he's awesome with the arrow, and he just has no fear. My second one would be Michonne, just because she's a badass with that katana, and heads are rolling everywhere, and you need somebody like that on your team. And my third one is Carol, because Carol has gotten very strong. She does not hesitate to stick a knife to somebody's skull, Yeah. And her logic and her thinking is to the point. Like, she's not an emotional wreck. She's not somebody who's going to break down and cry. She's somebody who's in it for the fight, and she's going to get through it. So, I like Carol.
I agree. I was kind of tossing Carol around a little bit, myself too. I don't know why. The very last minute, I'm like, Rick. I think Rick.
Awesome. So I think I think that we both have pretty good teams there. If those were the people we had to go with.
Daryl Dixon ain't bad to look at either. It's a little eye candy for the road, honey. I'm sorry. My husband's right back there playing video games. I
don't even think he heard you.
He probably doesn't.
No,
I don't
he heard you. He's laughing.
Is he laughing? Whatever.
So let's move on to number 2. Choose your weapon and explain why.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Go ahead. I already have my weapon.
Okay. Would have to be something that I could swing. Aiming is not my forte. Aiming is not my thing. It could not be a gun. It couldn't be a crossbow. It couldn't be something like that. It would have to be something that I could swing at close distance. It could not be a katana because 95% chance I'm going to cut off one of my own limbs because I'm not a very coordinated girl. My mother always teases that she should have named me Grace. It would probably be something like a bat.
All right. A bat.
A bat. I would have to carry a bat.
All right. I would choose a katana.
Okay.
Just because I think that you have that distance. Whatever the blade's length is, you have that distance between you and the zombie, and you could possibly hit a few zombies if the blade is sharp enough. You could, and just cut off a few heads.
I think of that motion, and I think about the time where I actually hooked a friend's ear while I was going fishing. So no, swinging motion is not good for
All right.
me. Something that's not sharp.
Okay, so those are our weapons. Number 3, bring back one character to the show. Who would it be?
I had a really hard time with this because you know I'm crazy. I'm like Herschel worship. I love him. I actually said Morgan.
Okay.
Because even in his crazy state, when we finally caught up with him again, he was so organized and so like meticulous. Like everything, his plans, his maps, his ammo, his traps. Like he's a smart guy. He's batshit crazy, but he's a smart guy, and I think that he'd be a great addition to any team. And he's not dead. So there is a possibility that maybe he will come back. And I don't know if anybody out there knows it. Me and Lisa we don't read the comics, so we don't know what's going to happen. So, don't tell us if it's going to happen, or maybe tell us if it's going to happen. I don't know. I can't decide if I like when you tell us stuff or if I don't like when you tell us stuff. But yeah, I would say Morgan.
All right.
How about you?
Bring back one character to the show. Who would it be? Okay. So I have one. I think that if I'm going to pick somebody to come back on the show, I'm going to pick it because I want them to come back because they're a powerful person to have with you and it's a good asset to your team. I think I would have to say I want Merle to come back because toward the end, I was just starting to really like Merle and he got killed and he turned into a zombie. So I think Merle was ready to change for the better because he wanted in with that group in a way. He wanted Daryl back. And then he was, it really made me sad when Merle died. I didn't like him in the beginning, but at the end I did.
No, I liked him too, and I kind of felt like he really went out with in a blaze of glory.
Yep.
Because I think he knew ultimately what was going to happen.
Yep.
To him, but.
All right, so now we're on to number 4.
Number 4. Want me to read this one?
Go ahead.
Okay. Who were you the saddest to see killed off?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I was the saddest to see Dale killed off. Dale, I was upset about that for a whole week. I really would get upset about it. And Bill's like, Lise, it's a TV show. I'm like, I don't care. I wasn't expecting to see Dale and his guts laying on the ground. It was a shock. I wasn't expecting to see him go so soon. So.
That
Dale.
was pretty serious.
Yes. And you?
I had a toss-up between Dale and Herschel, and the only reason that I picked Herschel was because when Dale went, and we've talked about this in a previous episode of Dead Girls, is that, when Dale went, I felt like at least we had Herschel to fall back on as our voice of reason.
True.
And so when Herschel went, I thought that was, I don't know. It affected me more, but it definitely was one of the, why do the old men have to go so gruesomely?
I know.
It's really bad. Why do they do stuff like that?
It's sad. Okay. So, number 5, you want to read number 5?
Yes. Who was and is the most annoying character to you and why?
Can I answer?
Yes.
Andrea was the most annoying character. The most annoying character. She should have killed the governor when she had him in bed that night and she was looking at him and she could have stabbed him right there and she didn't. There were so many things she did that I was just annoyed with and I was glad to see her go.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
How about you?
Oh my God, Judith is so needy. Judith. The crying and diapers. No, I picked Andrea too.
Did you?
Andrea, definitely. Yes.
Andrea, that was a good day. That was a good day.
That was a really good day. It's so funny. I wonder if Laurie Holden really had any idea how many people were like, yes.
All right, number 6. This is a quick answer. Don't think about it. Just first thing that comes to your mind. Quick answer. Shane or Rick with Lori?
Daryl, what?
Rick. I say Rick too.
Definitely Rick.
Yeah. Okay. Number 7. Best 3 kills of the entire show running.
Okay. Okay. I have good ones.
Okay.
All right. The little girl from season 1 with the bunny slippers,
Okay.
because that just set the tone, I think, for the series. And I was gonna pick Hannah. I was gonna pick the bicycle girl, but I picked the little girl because that was just like, oh my god, they just killed the little girl again.
Okay.
Little girls, AMC. What are you doing? Another one for me was Penny, the governor's daughter. That was like a moment that I was like, holy cow. And the way she went too, and the look on everybody's faces, and really saw, such an evil man just break down. And that was such a good kill. And I was happy when Ed got torn to bits, Carol's husband.
Yes.
That was one of my hooray moments, because I was like, you deserve to be torn to shreds, sir.
That
and
was
it happened, and I thought that was a great one. I thought that really was a great one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
So I'm going to start my first one off with the governor, because it was such a good day to see him finally take it and go bye-bye. Another best kill I would have to say is when Daryl beat the hell out of that walker with the green sweater that we just talked about. It was maybe like 4 or 5 episodes ago. I have to say that was one of my favorite zombie kills ever, I think. I don't know why. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he just wouldn't let up.
No. And then my last kill would have to be Carl. Carl shooting Shane.
Shooting Shane's zombie.
Yes, as a zombie.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was another good one.
That was a good one.
That was a powerful moment.
Yeah, it was.
So, those are my 3.
Number 8. Which character has had the worst way to die so far in the entire series? Lisa, what do you think?
Lori.
That was pretty bad, yeah. Oh my god.
Even though she didn't get eaten by a zombie, I have to imagine that would be the worst way to die. You're with child, and you know it has to be done. And yeah, it was not. And to have your son have to kill you in that sort of a situation, yeah, I would say that's probably the worst way to die.
That was terrible. That was terrible, but I actually picked Otis. I kind of really felt bad for this guy, out of shape Otis running with all that equipment to try and save the kid that he shot, and then Shane just threw him
right under the bus.
The proverbial bus. Yeah, you know what I mean? And oh god, I keep hearing his screams, and I just felt so bad for that guy, because he really, you could see, man, he thought he was making it.
Yep.
He really thought he was making it. He was giving it his all, and then change us. What a weasel. Ugh.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I picked Otis.
All right. Number 9. Who is your favorite villain from the entire season, all the seasons ever?
Governor.
I said the governor too.
The governor.
Hands down.
Couldn't stand him, but I thought it was fantastic that he was just one man. He was just one guy.
Yep.
He's one guy. And nobody could see that anything was wrong with him. Everybody followed him. Everybody kind of,
Yep.
God, he was so out of control, but so in control, and so charming.
Yep.
He was just so charming, and ugh.
I hated to love him.
I know.
Okay.
And what killed me even more was that I was kind of disappointed this season when they kind of showed him like, oh, maybe he's turning over a new leaf. I'm like, no new leaf, governor. Bad guy, governor.
Yep.
He's a good bad guy.
Yep.
And then they're like, no, he's not a good guy. He's still screwed up.
Exactly.
All right. Number 10. Who is the most valuable character and why? What do you think?
It was a toss-up for me between Daryl and Michonne, but I would have to say Michonne because she survived on her own all that time until she found Andrea. And she's smart and she's got the skills, and I just think Michonne is.
I actually said Daryl because I thought the same thing. I think he has the skills. I think he really, I really don't think that he's impulsive. Mm-hmm. I like that about him. He really plays well with others.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just, I don't know.
Yep.
I picked Daryl.
Very good. Number 11. Who do you think is the smartest character and why?
This was the hardest question that you put because I don't know really how smart anybody is. I have to be honest with you. I don't have an answer. I don't know what's the right move for people to make. What's a smart decision? What's a bad decision? I'm stumped. I'm really stumped by this. I thought Carl was pretty smart, eating that pudding and not sharing it with anybody. That was a pretty smart move. So, I don't know. I'm stumped.
I would have to say, for myself, I would have to say that just from what we've seen on the show, and in these terms and the way that they're living and what they have to deal with and worry about on a daily basis, I think that Carol is a very smart woman. She was teaching at the prison. She was teaching the kids how to use weapons without anybody else knowing. She was doing what had to be done in her own way. She had things figured out. I just feel like she's got a plan in her head and she's not just going to, jump up and do something stupid.
Good answer.
Yep.
Very good answer. To number 12 now. If you had a choice of a place to stay zombie-free, where would you stay in the apocalypse? The farm, the prison, Terminus, or Woodbury?
Me first?
Yeah.
I would stay at the prison.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
What about you?
I said Woodbury. I kind of feel that ignorance is bliss. I kind of don't want to know what's going on outside of those high walls. I mean, for God's sakes, they're having block parties and,
Yeah, that's true.
Martial zombie arts, cage fighting. I mean, I would like to stay in my little bubble for as long as possible.
Nice.
I'm just being completely honest here. There's people doing laundry, there's doctors, there's medicine, there's,
Yep.
I'd pick Woodbury.
All right. Fair enough. Number 13. If somebody close to you got bit and was going to turn, would you be able to kill them? We're talking about your husband, your kids, your spouse, your mom, whatever.
Oh my God, how do you think of these questions? I would probably pull an Andrea. I would wait until they actually turned. I don't think that I could, if my husband was bit, oh, you're bit, bang, and then keep running. No, I couldn't do that. I would stay with him until he turned, and then as soon as he tried to bite me, then I'd probably be able to do it.
Okay.
Are you okay with that, honey?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, he's not even listening to you. He told me just to drop him off on the side of a road somewhere. He'll be fine.
All right.
How about you? Would you be able to do it? How would you handle that?
Well, Bill and I have an agreement that if either one of us are bit and we know we're going to turn, like if that's the epidemic, if the epidemic is, if you get bit, you're going to turn, then we're going to, then we have to kill one another. We have to. If it was my kids, I don't know that I would be able to do that at all. I mean, I could kind of see why the governor kept his daughter and why Sophia was kept in the barn. And I don't know, you can't kill a child. Like I even if they're a zombie, I still would feel terrible. So I don't know.
I completely agree. I just remember Amy and Andrea, and I just thought that was, I felt so bad for her. And then as soon as she, as soon as she turned, Andrea officially saw what it was that she was going to become. She was able to do it, and I don't think I'd be able to do it until I knew.
Right.
Sure. You know.
All right, number 14.
Okay. What characters would you like to see hook up on the show?
Can I go?
Yeah, go.
I mean, besides the obvious Carol and Daryl, which will probably never happen, to be honest, but whatever. We'd like to see it happen.
Right.
I would like to see Michonne and Rick. I would like to see something start there.
Yes.
And I thought Sasha and Bob was a nice little mix, but apparently there's nothing going on there, so.
There ain't no love and feeling there between the two of them.
No.
But I actually said Carol and Daryl. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
That's what I would like to see as well.
Well,
Number 15, the final question. Pay attention now. What would you...
Questions. No,
What-
It's going to be really serious.
Yeah. What would you rather eat? A, an entire can of pudding in one sitting, the same size that Carl had. B, an entire jar of pig's feet in one sitting. Or C, something that Mary is cooking up on the grill.
That's easy. The pudding.
The pudding. I say the
I
pudding.
would take the pudding.
Yeah, I'll take the pudding.
Did you see the episode where we tried to eat the pig's feet?
Not happening.
We couldn't-
Not happening.
Ugh.
So this was our Walking Dead tag, guys, and we hope that you, whoever we tag, we're gonna name some people right now, but we hope that you guys take us up on this and participate, do a video, let us know that you did it so we can come over to your channel and check it out.
Yeah, even if we don't tag you, this is a tag for anybody who's watching. If we don't
Anybody.
tag you specifically, we just pick 5 people that we watch and we like, and if we don't mention you, doesn't mean we don't watch you and we don't
Right.
like you. Just we're picking 5 people to keep this video a little bit short. So
Right. So, do you want to name the 5 people?
yes, okay. We are going to tag Alvin Wonderland from Angelina Watches.
Yeah.
She is a great reaction video.
I love their reactions.
I love watching her reactions.
Yep.
We are going to tag Rockula, which was one of our very first commenters on our channel.
Rockula Retrospective.
Yes. And through Rockula, I got watching Tabitha Treadway. She has a fantastic channel. And by the way, we're going to link everybody's channels
Yes.
below. Let's see. We're going to also tag TrevSean2
Yep.
because we're completely addicted to his videos. And
Yep.
we love everything that he's had to say about The Walking Dead. And who was the other that we're going to tag? Mighty Sophia.
Yes. I like her reviews of The Walking Dead as well. So those are the 5 that we're tagging, but then, you know, like we said, if you are watching this tag and you really feel like you want to do it, do it. Let us know you're doing it in the comments below so we can come over and check out your channel. Be great.
Yeah, and the people that we tagged specifically, if you want to tag some people as well, you know, tag them so it spreads out.
So we will put all the questions in the description box below so you could just copy and paste them into yours, and that is it. That's been this week with 2 Dead Girls.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like us on Facebook. Everything is in the description box below. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We still have stuff going on both of those social networks. And come back every week because we are going to have something up on this channel every week. Next week is going to be something a little different as well. So this week was a tag, and we thought this was kind of fun. So
Hope you like it.
hope you liked it. And until next time, I'm Lisa,
And I'm Jessica.
and we are...
2 Dead Girls.
Yes.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Is it October yet?
No.
Is it now?
No.
Now.
No.
Damn